Here we go. Alright, looks like we got Funny at the top right as the red Protoss, G5 on the left as the teal Protoss. And if you'll give me a second to do the overlay. Because I don't have a handy dandy like little ad break to do it in now, so like I do with TLS. Ah, sad times, sad times. Alright, did that work? Oh, they're the wrong races now. Alright, P1, P9, red. Yes, good. Alright, I think we're good. Is that right? Yeah. Alright, sweet. So, yeah, I thought Funny was an IWL, but whatevs. There have been some team shuffles going on. Actually, quite a lot of team shuffles in Gambit's Cup. In particular, SJ actually, which is one of my favorite teams, lost a good number of strong players. Like they lost Mazur to the Net Wars team, they lost Dodie to LRM. Pretty sure they lost one other strong player. I can't remember right now. So they're hurting a little bit, but they still got a lot of strong guys like Terra, obviously. And I'm curious to see how Funny does. Now G5 doing his characteristic pylon scout here. He did this a lot in TLS. I didn't really like it then. I still am questioning it. Kid Canada says that it's because he wants to know if he can go skip the first zealot, but I don't know. I would rather have you just get this first zealot anyway and not scout this early. But whatevs, it's G5. He can do whatever he wants. I do know though that G5 doesn't really like PvP because he thinks it's too random, which it's sort of. Well, it's a little bit. It's a mirror matchup. What are you gonna do? And it looks like Probe's gonna high five here. Funny doesn't change direction because I guess he doesn't know that G5 likes a pylon scout. Because if he knew G5 always pylon scouts, he'd probably just change direction right there instead of going all the way into the main. But that's alright. It's no big deal. Don't really expect everybody to study, all of these games. And so it looks like Funny isn't actually going for Zealot first, as is G5 here. So, mirror builds, except that because G5 scouted a little bit earlier, he should be, slightly behind on minerals. Not too much, I don't think. If I had to guess, I'd wager, maybe like 50 minerals or something. Maybe not even. So G5 is going to poke around here. No real good places for mana pylons even. I mean, you got like one spot right there, which is not the worst. And it looks like G5 is actually going to go out with his Zealot. He's going to do a little bit of harassment shenanigans, which is cool. If he does do that, he might want to actually put the mana pylon there. That obviously makes it much more effective. And it looks like going for the second gateway before the core is actually finished. So he's going to have those two gateways finished ASAPly, whereas Funny's just chilling on his one gate. So what this could mean is he's just going to save up a bit of money, get his range, and then maybe like throw down two gateways at the same time. So you have a little dynamic where G5 like has a temporary gun advantage, but Funny kind of catches up with more gateways. Something like that. Oh! Man, that Zealot totally could have hit that probe and killed it. But Zealots are, well, they can be pretty dumb sometimes, especially when they don't have speed yet. They tend to miss a lot of opportunities to kill stuff. And well, it looks like G5's probes just run around here. I didn't do anything just yet. It looks like G5 wasn't paying attention and has allowed one of his probes to actually run out of his base while chasing Funny's scouting probe, which is actually quite a mistake. So now he's got two random probes on the map. Looks like he's fixed that now. But yeah, it's cost him a tiny bit of mining time. It looks like we've got the second gateway just now. I'm actually a little bit surprised he doesn't have the money for another one. Let's have a look at range here. Yeah, okay, so his range is a little bit faster, as we can see. G5 a little bit shorter on the money because he went for that second gateway. But it's all good. Nice little spawning pylon here at the bottom. Gotta be a little bit careful on Tau Cross, of course, because there's quite a big area on your main where it's just like separated by a wall from the outside, so it can do elevators or whatnot. And it looks like this initial Dragoon is going to chase away the Zealot, but not going to get it. Gonna do a bit of damage though. And going right back. So looks like we're just going to have some Dragoon on Dragoon action here. Because there's no ramp on Tower Cross, it's like all flat map, you generally do see earlier like heavy Dragoon plays rather than rushing for Robo or for DTs. It just doesn't make as much sense to go for those builds because you're vulnerable to, well, vulnerable to Dragoons, basically. Hope you're going to see a Robo now. From both players, look at that, identical timings. And they're about the same supply. Looks like Funny's like 2 supply ahead right now. It's not a big deal. G5 does have we got even numbered Dragoons right now. So I don't think G5 should actually do this. Yeah, he should run away. So he's gonna throw away that Zealot for a probe. Not ideal, but the early game Zealots here aren't that overly important. They can do a bit of nice tanking, but because they're so slow, if you get caught in an awkward position like G5 just did, you can't really save it anyway. So you shouldn't really worry about it. If you lose it, it's not great, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so the Robo's going to finish. I'm actually curious to see if either player's just going to skip Obs and go straight for Reaver, because given how many Dragoons are poking around here, it seems fairly unlikely that either player would actually be able to go for DTs. So I'm wondering if if either of these guys is going to pick up on that and just go straight for the Reaver tech. And looks like we got one goon apiece here. Any more fancy micro? No, looks like G5 just gonna run away. He might actually lose another goon, which would be pretty bad. No, he's not gonna lose it. Okay, cool. Well, actually, he's not back yet. Ooh, laying a little bit of a trap here with 2 more goons in behind. And looks like once again gonna push his opponent back. Can he get a goon in return? He did lose 1 goon for free just now. No, looks like not quite gonna get anything. And actually, it looks like wow. Interestingly, Funny turning around and just attacking there, even though he had a smaller goon count. G5 clearly wasn't paying attention. He shouldn't have allowed those Zealots to hit. Could have maybe sniped another goon as well, or at least traded 1 for 1 there. That's alright. So it looks like G5 going to go for the shuttle, or sorry, the support bait and the obs at the same time. Pretty sure he's going to make the Reaver first and then Observer. Yep. And looks like, ooh, we did have the Observer first from Funny, so I do like G5's choice to go for the Reaver first a little bit better, although in this case it's probably not going to make a big difference. And in fact, we do have the Nexus earlier for Funny as well, so it's probably going to balance out anything. That comes from the tech, the faster tech of G5. I don't think that slightly faster Reaver is actually going to do too much, to be honest. So yeah, this faster Nexus is definitely going to help Funny. And so far, this is quite cool actually. So we don't. This is nice for a PvP. See, we're going into the mid game now. We don't have any significant build order disadvantage or advantage. Both players are basically mirror builds still up to this point. Up to like 60 plus supply. So it really is going to come down to good decision making, maybe good Reaver micro, that sort of thing to decide this game, rather than any silly randomness that you get in a mirror matchup, which is awesome. Looks like Observer just going to check stuff out. I don't know where these goons are going. I think to the south a little bit. Looks like he's trying to avoid any goons that might be waiting in the middle of the map or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe he was just trying to avoid an Observer. Maybe he assumed that, if you look at the minimap, maybe if the Observer is going straight to his natural, he wanted to sneak around the bottom and kind of avoid it like that. But, yeah, that wasn't the case. So we could have a potential timing here for G5. Even though, his Dragoon count I think is slightly lower, the fact that he has this shuttle with the Reaver is going to make a pretty big difference if he can do good micro, which, well, he hasn't done so far. Let's see, come on, he's got it. Oh, man, he shouldn't run in with the goons like that. He really should use the Reaver to try and get some free kills before actually doing this. So he's going to lose his Reaver straight away. He's probably just going to lose the engagement because he's got fewer goons, and also there's a shorter reinforcement route for Funny. So not really a very good attack there at all for G5. Oh, man, he might lose his shuttle, actually. No, he's not going to lose his shuttle. Just going to sack a couple of goons, actually, to make sure it stays alive. But see, what would have... If this was, a game on Fish, on, Snipe-A-Lot 2 stream, what would have happened... Or, obviously, a pro game, or an actual Pro League game, what would have happened here would be the Teal Protoss would have held position his goons in an arc, and then used his Reaver to try and get as many free kills as possible and force the red Protoss to move out and try and snipe it, and then he goes in. But instead, G5 just ran in before the Reaver even got any shots off, which is absolutely not what you want to do. Because then there's no point, the shuttle basically isn't being useful. But it looks like he's going to get a free Observer kill. So that's good. But yeah, bit over-eager there. Anyway, I don't think it matters too much in the long run. It was just an army trade. It's not like any economy died or anything. He did lose the initial Reaver, so he's going to be down a Reaver now. But looks like he has a shuttle, or saved the shuttle, so that's good at least. 5 gateways up for Mr. Funny. And looks like sending his goons back, maybe slightly concerned about a Reaver harass going to his main base. He also does have nice flooding pylons now, so gonna have a nice advance warning here. If that does happen, 4 gateways still for G5. Looks like he's teching up a little bit faster, getting his forge and his citadel. And no citadel yet, actually, for Funny, which is slightly surprising. Okay, there it is just now. Okay, that's all right as well. This fast forge is interesting. This fast +1. PvP getting upgrades. I'm actually still not 100% sure when the best time to go for these upgrades are. I mean, it's not that expensive, but you know, it's still 150 minerals for the forge and 100 for the +1. And I'm not overly sure about their usefulness. And what on earth is going on here? Huh. That's interesting. Alright, so G5, you know, checks things out with his obs. He loses that, but he's elevating up here. Man, it's not like he's got siege tanks. I mean, the Reavers, they can't shoot across this cliff. I mean, I know Reavers are supposed to be the Protoss siege unit. This is really weird. I mean, at best, he can, like, put his goons here and deny the gas. But I hope the Reavers, actually, they might try and shoot Scarabs, and the Scarabs won't do anything, obviously, because they can't get down the cliff. But this is actually going to be really annoying. This is actually going to be so annoying for Funny. If I was Funny right now, I'd actually just take all of my army and just counterattack, because oh wait, hold that thought, the Reavers are actually in the base. I would actually just completely counterattack G5's natural, because this is like 6 goons that he's not going to be able to bring back because he needs his shuttle for the Reavers. So G5 has effectively just cut 6 goons out of his army if there was going to be an attack here. But it looks like Funny's actually going to play defensively while taking a 3rd base. Looks like G5's also preparing to take a 3rd of his own. But yeah, I'm really not convinced that this is the correct move. You are denying the gas, but I would put at most 4 Dragoons here. I mean, it's like, what is he actually going to do to counter it anyway? It's just like have goons on the low ground. If he does that, then you have plenty of time to put more goons up there. But wait, what? Is he just going to fly into goons? Oh my god, where was he going? He might have just right-clicked the minimap or something. So both players getting a 3rd base, and it looks like no Templar tech actually just yet. Interestingly, but G5 looks like he might force a cancel on this 3rd while these goons are being super annoying. Oh man, that is so risky. He should actually kill the shuttle. Kill it. Target the shuttle. Oh, he's not paying attention. He's too busy wiping his army or something. So he forces a cancel there, but he could have actually killed that shuttle if he focused all his goons there, which would have had stranded the Reavers until the next shuttle came out. It looks like G5, though, is taking the opportunity while the Reavers are out of position to actually go for an attack on the natural. G5 being super aggressive here, this time doing slightly better Reaver control, getting a lot more shots off, and oh my god, he snipes the shuttle, the Reavers didn't drop! Funny! Made a huge mistake there. He didn't drop his Reavers or something, or maybe the shuttle was just slowing down to drop them and they got sniped before they could come out. But it looks like Funny just has way too many ground units anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And G5 is going to be forced to retreat here. Now G5 is the one he has to play very, very defensively. I don't know why he went for that attack, because he's the one who's got a 3rd base. He denied Funny's 3rd base and then went for an attack on a natural, which really doesn't make sense to me. To be so aggressive while also expanding. You know, being slightly aggressive is fine to kind of keep your opponent on the back foot, but you don't want to like suicide your army in that manner. Because now it might be slightly difficult for him to actually hold this 3rd with Funny going for the huge counterattack. Even though he lost both of his Reavers, he's still got a pretty huge goon force. He's at 99 supply, actually against 106. Surprisingly, G5's still ahead on the supply. Looks like he's got 1 extra gateway right now. He's on 6 gateways against 5, going up to 7 actually now that his 3rd base is up. And looks like we're going to have an engagement here. A slow walking Reaver could get some good shots off here. He should be targeting the middle of the pack, which he's not doing, but it looks like he's probably going to have enough anyway. It doesn't even matter. So Funny going to have to pull back a little bit here. And yep, he's going to retreat back over the bridge. So, despite my fears, it seems that G5's macro saved his 3rd base. And he should probably not do that. Yep, go back. Just hold the side of the bridge, it's all good. I mean, it looks like random probe here at the bottom. I don't know if that's to take a hidden expansion or if that's just scouting for hidden expansions. Could very well take one. He is slightly behind, given that his 3rd base isn't even done yet. So might actually want to do that. And G5 doesn't seem to be checking around. Looks like G5's +1 finish. He's getting +1 armor now. Templar tech slightly slower than Funny's, but it's not a huge deal. Ooh, look at this. We have a round of DTs actually being made by Funny. So he's going to try and maybe hope that he can you know, sneak one to the main base or something and kill a bunch of probes. Protoss often actually forget about this in the mid and late game in PvP. This is why I always advocate, once you go to the mid game, just make a cannon in one cannon in each mineral line. Just to make sure that a DT doesn't run in and kill your probes, because right now there's no detection here, there's no units, so if a DT comes in here, you could just kill all the probes, and if G5's not paying attention, that could instantly just lose him the game. So I think a one cannon kind of insurance policy is very, very worth it. Because once you're in the mid and late game anyway, you know, those extra few minerals don't really matter that much. So yeah, you have to be really, really careful about that kind of thing. You know, even if the mineral line's defended also, sometimes, you know, if you have a few High Templar just sitting at your rally point and there's no detection here, they can also get sniped by DTs, and that's really annoying as well. So you gotta be very, very careful. Looks like so G5 is sending some Zelts around to check for hidden expos. Very, very good good idea. And in fact, even gonna harass some of these probes here at the third base there. Get a few probe kills, that's quite nice. He does have 1-0 against the non-upgraded army of Funny. Okay, no, there's a Forge. He's not actually upgrading yet, but oh, it's going to be a DT drop. He's going to drop 2 DTs and a Zealot, it looks like. Now, the main base actually is mined out here, but he could maybe snipe some tech structures or an upgrade, but I think it'd be much more useful if he actually goes over here. Although there is an observer now, there's no units there, and obviously with you know, the DTs won't actually make a sound. Now, he's actually flying in here. I would have just dropped them on the edge and then just ran them in. And oh man, he realizes that there's nothing mining here, so it looks like he's just going to target down the upgrade there, take down the Forge. He's most likely going to get it. He's a pretty sick DPS. Although there are some units coming back here, but well, I think he's still going to get it. No. Oh, he does get it. Just barely. So stops the +1 armor from finishing, but you know, G5 still ahead on upgrades anyway. I like this gateway placement here, the 12, by the way. Well, this is kind of, you know, what players have to do. Well, not have to do, but tend to do on Tau Cross, because your main is kind of really deep and annoying to defend against drops and things. I don't think this kind of gateway placement matters as much in PvP, but in like PvZ, when the Zerg can just drop, you know, 2 Overlords full of cracklings in your base and just kill everything, and it takes you an hour to get back in your main base, it's very beneficial to have all your gateways here at the 12, at your third. But storm drop, storm! Oh man, sick reaction time there. Wow, losing 4 probes in total, it looks like. I don't know why he morphed those either. He should have put them back in the shuttle and just chilled here until he could go for the secondary drop, but it's all good. Anyway, it looks like Funny gonna try and catch up on upgrades here with the double Forge. He's also got this mineral only. Oh, looks like G5. Oh my god, G5's got 3 Forges now. Sweet. Alright, 2 more Forges there. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's got 2 because he lost that one. Alright. Cool. Cool. G5 though, he's going forward. He's maxed out. Oh my god, Funny's only at 152 supply. I don't know how G5 got so ahead in supply, but this could be very, very bad. And there's the storm, big storm on the army here. We've got 2 Reavers against 1. 3 Reavers actually. I don't know how that 3rd Reaver got there. He must have just walked it across the map or something. So many more High Templar as well. Funny backed into a corner. G5 just has a crazy superior army right now. It's not even going to be close, I don't think. He's got the good arc. He's got 3 Reavers still. Morphing the Archons. Man, this is bad news for Funny. And I think something crazy is going down here in the natural. I don't know what happened. Oh no, it's just some Zelts going around, making a mess of things. I thought I might have missed another storm drop or something. That would have been bad. So probes are now fighting while there's Reavers in the back. That's generally not good. And yeah, I think Funny is actually done here. Oh, lost the shuttle like a noob. Who lost the shuttle like a noob? Wait, is he saying G5 lost the shuttle like a noob? Because I don't know why you would BM somebody like that. It's like, if you call your opponent a noob after you just lost, isn't that bad? Like, doesn't that reflect poorly on you to have lost to somebody who made a newbie error? That maybe is just me. Oh wait, no. It's funny. He lost his own shuttle when G5 attacked his natural. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Because I think if he kept that shuttle at his natural, if he counterattacked with that one, maybe he just could have won the game right there. Okay, I think that's what it was. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, good. All right, sweet. Next game. Oh, another PvP. Yes, I knew I should have picked, or rather, I knew picking SJ was the correct choice here. SJ, of course, top Protoss team. At least they were before Dodie and Zor left, but apparently still a top Protoss team. So, yeah, it's going to be Arc Neon versus Mob. Sweet. All right. Let me get this actually fixed up before we go into the game. All right, let's do it.